Hey guys, Opal here and welcome back to the channel. So today we're doing a build in the Plaza, and this is a magical kind of build. Actually, I wouldn't really say magical. I'd say it has like kingdom kind of vibes. I honestly did a lot of little builds in one build, but they all really blend in seamlessly together. This build took me about 2 hours, which is really long for me to do like a full biome. It's actually quite long. But yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this, and yeah, like I said, it's just a lot of little builds kind of collection together. This is kind of the main pathing that I wanted to go with. Very skinny, it's only 3 tiles wide, and I had little like bumps and like things like that in the pathing to make it a little bit more interesting. On either side, I kind of started with 2 little water rugs and it just filled them in like this. Very simple, and I put some like fencing around too instead of using rocks, and I actually really love the look of this, so I'm definitely going to be doing this again in the future. I found it so much easier than placing a bunch of rocks, and honestly I think it looks better, like really enclosed and nice. It gives kind of a rustic vibe too. The rest of the build is quite structured, and yeah, it just has a lot of very elegant pieces, so I feel like this is a really nice contrast to the rest of the build. For all the foliage, I'm basically using like Mythopia and like Plaza flowers and bushes combined. I did this honestly because I just think that these flowers are the most elegant flowers that we have. I mean, that's probably just personal preference, but I just found that they were the cutest to use. I really wanted to use some sort of castle wall, and I found that this was a really good spot to put it. This is the only spot I put castle walls. I didn't do any other buildings because I wanted the castles to be at the centerpiece. So I just did them here, and I honestly think they look really good. Very nice contrast to the castle, and it really gives that like structured vibe. At this point of the build, I was still really like struggling to kind of understand what I was doing and like get inspiration and stuff like that, so I was kind of just placing things down and doing little things that I knew would be cute. One thing that I really wanted to use was these toppery little things, and I love them so much. I think they're so cute, and I definitely had to use them here. There's just such a gorgeous piece of furniture. I cannot even remember what they're from. I want to say that they're a premium item, but I honestly have not seen them in the shop for a very long time, so I'm not even sure they are. I have no idea. Maybe they're from a past star path or something like that. But yeah, I used just a lot of bushes and big clusters, kind of just as like fillers, especially for these really tiny little areas here. They're really annoying. Like, I didn't really know what to put here. I was thinking about doing like the floral gazebo sort of thing on either side, but then that really blocked off the view for the other castle, like the big castle at the back, and I really wanted the 3 castles kind of next to each other. I also did go back and forth on the pathing because I had no idea which pathing to use, but I feel like since we have so much going on everywhere else, I thought that maybe just sticking with the basic pathing is best. I also think that this pathing and this pathing are really, really good. So I could have changed it to that. But yeah. Now I'm just kind of figuring out what I'm going to do with the other sides. And yeah, I was really confused because I didn't really want to use any other houses. Like, I could have done like a village, but then there's not that much space, honestly. And yeah, I really couldn't be bothered doing that because I just feel like there's better spaces to do the villages, that it can really take up the whole biome. So yeah, I kept working on the main bit, and I basically just added really little details. And I really wanted to add these fountains, and they just look so cute and like really elegant, but for some reason I just couldn't make them work. I could have done this. The only thing is, walking up the stairs you would have been able to see the back of that, and that would have really bothered me, so I decided against it. I also changed those trees to blue. I actually didn't use like any trees in this biome, so these are basically the only trees that I use, apart from some toppery trees, but that's about it. I don't really know why, because usually I use way too many trees in like all my builds. But yeah, this is kind of how the main area is looking. And I was going to finish the speed build at that part because that took a long time, I'm not going to lie. But then I had this idea to do this kind of like fountain with some touch of magic rug underneath. And like, yeah, I think I really made it cute. And I don't really know where the idea came from, but this is when I kind of split the biome up and thought, let's just do like little builds that like really feel like they can connect well and look good together. So that's what I did here. And it's basically just like a little park sort of area. I really love it. It's so simple, but it's so cute. I really wanted to use these little magnolia benches? And this is just a touch of magic wood rug, which is so easy to make. It's literally the wood texture. Pick whatever color you want and place it down. Literally so simple, and it's like so massive too, so it takes up quite a big area, and I think it looks really cute. I also did these little like flower beds on each side, which very cute. Have never done that before, never ever, but it was, yeah, really simple, and I think it looks so cute. I really wanted to add that train in because I feel like it kind of has similar vibes. And I also wanted to add these books because this bookshelf is kind of like all the vibes that I wanted. It does look a little bit weird because it's outside, but it's fine. It works. And that last section at the back there with that fountain, that's kind of like a food area, like an outdoor seating with some food on the table kind of vibe area. But yeah, I really just wanted to put some tables in front of this so I could put some books on there. And yeah, I ended up going with the wood tables because you can just fit more on there as opposed to the marble table. And I just added some little decorations in there. I actually think that this looks really cute, even just like this. I added candles and then yeah, just lots of books. I really love doing this. It's like my favorite thing ever. Just clutter on tables has just been like my obsession recently. So I just started working on the train track area and putting these tracks down. I also have been obsessed with the tracks recently, not really sure why. I just feel like there's like really cute and simple things to add into builds. This area, I was originally going to put these like flower beds, which is a cute option. Honestly, probably cuter than what I did. I just put some lighting down here, and yeah, I could have left it at that. Honestly, that does look cute, but I did swap it and I just put some foliage, just like I'm doing here, but I copied it and pasted it down there. This is just a bit more like natural, maybe a little bit less like intense since we have so much else going on in the build. But I actually don't mind what I just deleted. I think that would have been really cute too. This part is all already looking kind of cute. I wasn't entirely sure at this point what I was going to do to that back area, but like I said, we did just do like a kind of, I don't want to say it's a food court because it's literally not a food court, but it's just got 2 tables and like lots of food on, like an outdoor seating area. I should call it that. I should have called it that from the start, not a food court. Yeah, I wish that I could have put some sort of like market that matched the vibe, but honestly, I couldn't really find, like, I didn't think any of the markets that we have in game kind of match that style. Now thinking of it, I could have done a gazebo with tables and like food, and that would have been super elegant and pretty. That actually would have been really cool and just kind of made it seem like it was some sort of like stall or even like outdoor kitchen. Oh, that would have been cool. But anyway, I didn't do that. So I didn't do that. I did this. But I still think this is cute and it's very simple. We had a lot going on at the front, so instead of like putting lots of pathing and like lots of different things, I did keep this bit quite open with the grass. I obviously did put some foliage in between the tables. I used the Mirabelle tables because I just thought they were really gorgeous, and these stitch chairs. Yeah, pretty simple, honestly. I just really wanted a more open kind of green space, but I feel like this really like worked. Like I said, I put some foliage kind of in the middle, and I didn't put that much, like I didn't overcrowd it too much. I also didn't put any of the food on the tables at this point, but I did do it at the end of the video. Then I just used this fountain because I really wanted to use it. really badly. I ended up just putting it in the corner here and just putting some foliage around. I actually thought that this space was a bit bigger than what it actually was. It looked like I could fit a lot more, but when I went to decorate it, it kind of just became like an awkward space. It was quite hard to decorate, so I kind of just did that. Okay, I didn't want to do fencing because I just thought it wouldn't look good, so instead of doing fencing, I did this. And it actually really works because it's not really like, it's not an even, like, what do you call it? Like, it's not straight. Like, these jagged bits that come out. So I could just bend this floral fence. I don't know what to call it. I just bent it around. I actually think it looks really good because it just looks really natural. Yeah, it's quite cute. And very easy to do too, and not too, like, hard on the item limit. I also just put lots of different, not candles. Yeah, they are candles. I was going to say they're not good candles. No, they are. And some floral stuff underneath. It's very simple, but I think it works because I don't want my main focus to be over here. I also have like a, not Plaza, Peaceful Meadow. That's like very different vibes. So, yeah, I kind of just have to cover it up. This area is really simple. I just put some barrels. Very cute, very simple. This is my layout for the next side. I just went in and did the exact same sort of foliage barrier thing that I did on the other side and put it here. Kids are really simple. I also did the exact same hedge fence on this back area because I did want to keep it kind of matching vibes but different builds. So yeah, this side is completely different to the other side, but I just wanted the structure to feel quite similar. I did forget to do this bit here, but I remembered. I also feel like it's nice too because it does close off that like entrance area too to these areas from behind the castle. This is the area where I got to use the fountains properly and the gazebos because I hadn't used the gazebos yet, and this was like, these are like the most elegant thing. I feel like these are the epitome of elegance, so I had to add these in. I use these yellow benches because I feel like the yellow really goes well with this little area. And for that cart, I was thinking of like putting that cart there and like making it look like it had been set there for long. It was kind of like abandoned. I don't really know if I sold the idea, but yeah, it's kind of like, you can kind of see where I was going with it. This bit at the moment is looking a bit ugly, but I do some like tweaks and change things around a little bit. I did try and see if the mosaic flooring would look good, and it does, but then I wouldn't be able to put foliage, so I didn't decide to do that. I ended up using these Hercules, not inspired, they are Hercules columns. And I ended up just putting them on this angle because it actually doesn't line up properly to put them straight, and I think it does look a little bit better. I also got to put these little benches kind of more in the forefront, which is quite cute, and I tried to use these pink bushes, but I feel like they're a bit too much, so instead I used the cypress trees, these trees here, which I think look really cute. Very simple, and then I just put some foliage at the back there. Didn't make it too even, so it looked quite natural. And then I moved on to this little cart thing, abandoned cart thing that I was talking about. Like I said, I don't think I fully sold the idea, but you can kind of get the idea. I used like a little bit different of foliage, so I added in some grasses and also some darker Forest Vela foliage, so it didn't look so like cute and pink. Yeah, this is the little abandoned area of the build, but I think it's quite good to have little green spaces in builds because I feel like, I don't know, sometimes it can just be too intense, and it's also good for your item limit too. Trying to save on that item limit a bit. I did, however, put a couple of little flower bushes and these butterfly flowers because I still wanted to feel inclusive of the rest of the build. I also just did this weird area and kind of put some foliage. Oh, I have to say, after I finished this whole side of the build, I went out of furniture mode and the whole thing deleted. The whole thing. I did redo it, but when I show you in the end tour, it will be like, some things will be a little bit different because I obviously can't remember exactly where I placed everything, but the whole structure is the same. Just, yeah, little things are just maybe out of order a little bit. But yeah, I don't know why, but for some reason I keep on getting that stupid bug where that happens. Not really sure why. I think it might be I'm placing too many items without saving. I don't know if anyone else has that same problem, literally like all the time. Like every single time I do a speed build now, like half of my build gets deleted. It's really ridiculous. So yeah, remember to save, guys. Especially when you're doing big builds. Anyways, this is this little area here. I just did like a big water feature. Don't really know why, but I love the look. This is me showing you everything getting deleted. So I did have to redo that whole bit. But this is the end result. And honestly, I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. This is a pretty big speed build. Like I said, it took me like 2 hours. 2.5 hours actually, looking at the time. But yeah, I really, really, really love this build. It was really fun. I do think I need to tweak a few things, not necessarily on this side because I absolutely love this side, but when I got to the other side I did get a little bit like, I don't know, maybe rushed it a little bit, so I do think I need to add a few more details. This is all the food that I put on the tables. I kept it really cute with like little bakery sweets and stuff. Very cutesy. And then coming through here, this is the only bit that's really ugly is that wall. But coming through here, we have this little area, which I really like. I like this back area a lot. I think it's really cool. And then we have that little like cart area, which that looks a lot different than how I showed it in the speed build because I couldn't remember how I did it. And then we have the fountain area, which I actually really like. Maybe a little bit too big, but yeah. Here's an overview shot of the build. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was really fun to create and I really, really enjoyed this. I'm hoping that this stays in my valley long term. Hopefully I don't delete it. This is my first completed build for my new valley. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.